was Christmas time in London. There was a man named Ebenezer Scrooge. He was a hard-worker man, but at the same time he was a miserable, greedy, cruel, and stingy person who did not know what generosity meant.
I am so cold in this office. I wish I could afford heavy clothes.
Suddenly the front door opened, and Mr. Scrooge's nephew came inside.
Merry Christmas, Uncle!
Christmas? Bah! Christmas is only a lie. Have a nice day, a wonderful New Year, and goodbye!
You will not ruin my Christmas, and I will have a great time. I will leave now, but not before I say Merry Christmas, Bob.
Oh, righto. Goodbye.
Then Mr. Scrooge's nephew left the office.
Sir, I have finished copying all of the papers, filed all of the paperwork, brought in more firewood, changed the oil on your car. I changed the oil in your carriage, put the pigeons in the pigeon coop, milked the cat, got all the chickens penned up, basted the turkey, I put the blinders on the horses, brought the gooses in, and I fluffed your pillow. It is almost closing time, sir. May I go home and be with my family?
Fine. If your work is finished, you may go.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, Merry Christmas to you.
Humbug.
Scrooge opened the door and Cratchit went home. And after a few hours, Scrooge closed his account books and proceeded to close the office.
No, it is not a dream.
I know you. You're Marley. What do you want from me?
Hear me, Scrooge. 3 spirits will visit you.
Who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past. Get your crotchety ass out of bed and come with me.
The ghost took Scrooge through time to a small town, which Scrooge started to remember. Then they arrived to a house.
Do you recognize the boy playing alone in the corner?
It's me. It's a child. But why am I so alone? Because my parents worked during Christmas. That's why all my Christmases were so lonely.
Come, take my hand. Don't blame me. These are just shadows from your past. As I told you before, we have one more stop. Take my hand.
And they appeared in a garden. Scrooge was now a young man who was sitting next to a lovely young woman.
I can't marry you, Ebenezer. There's something you love more than me.
Nonsense. I love no other woman.
Yes, that may be true, but you love money. You love it more than anything.
Oh, bloody hell. Mom, can you please help me with this bonnet? Of course.
Are they her children?
Yes, they are. They could have been yours.
A man enters carrying gifts.
Father!
The man laughs and gives them the gifts.
Thank you, dear.
And Scrooge appeared in his own bedroom.
Thank goodness it was just a dream.
No, Ebenezer, it wasn't a dream.
I know you. You must be the ghost of a Christmas present.
Yes, I am the ghost of Christmas present. I have much to show you. Come on now, grab onto my rope. Hurry up! It cannot be late.
Then the ghost took Scrooge to Bob Cratchit's house, and standing there at the door, the ghost proceeded to bless the house.
Is this where he lives?
Of course. With his salary, this is all he can afford.
Then Mrs. Cratchit entered the dining room, carrying a small turkey on a platter. Bob Cratchit lifted the youngest boy from a chair in the corner.
Why doesn't he walk? What's wrong with him?
Come on, little Timmy.
It's nice.
The boy was pale and thin and carried a crutch.
Thank you, Father.
His name is Tiny Tim.
Mr. Scrooge, thanks to Mr. Scrooge, we are having this dinner. Let's toast to our Christmas and Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Drink up.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Suddenly, without warning, they stood in a room.
I know that voice. That's my nephew. He's having a party.
He said that Christmas was only a lie. He is very wealthy, but he does nothing with his money. It is worthless.
He can't come to dinner. He's busy counting his money.
Poor old Scrooge. We wouldn't want him here anyhow.
They don't like me.
No, not unless the future changes.
Oh, I'm back in my own bed again.
As he sat up, another ghost floated into the room. He was dressed in black, and a dark hood hid his face.
Who are you?
You must be the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Are you here to show me the future and how it can change?
Scrooge followed him to the street in front of his office.
Poor old Scrooge. I know. I feel sorry for him. They say he's very sick. Who's watching over him? No one, as far as I know. You know, he always did like to be alone. He doesn't really have any friends either. Indeed.
We've been here before. This is Cratchit's house.
He's turning. He's wanting to touch. Like he's turning his on me.
Oh, my son! Oh, Lord! Oh, the humanity! Son, please don't die! I love you so much! Please, Lord, please! Help my son! Help my son! Help him!
Why don't you love me like that, Daddy?
Why is he crying? Last time I was here, everyone was so happy.
Sleeping in the bed was the little kid, but he was thinner and very pale. Mrs. Cratchit came into the bedroom.
Darling, what are we going to do? Did you ask Mr. Scrooge for help?
Yes, but he is unable to help. He is such a tight ass that I heard he hasn't shat in over a month.
A month?
Then everything turned dark, and Scrooge appeared in a foggy and cold place.
Where are we? This is a cemetery.
Why did you bring me here?
The ghost showed Scrooge a grave.
No! No! Please, ghost. I've changed.
Thank you! I've been given another chance!
Scrooge heard the church bell striking. Then he saw a boy in the street and shouted. Then he pulled out a bag of money. He tossed a handful of coins to the boy.
There's a big juicy turkey at the butcher shop at the end of the street. Pick it up and deliver it to Bob Cratchit's house.
Scrooge dressed in his finest clothes and headed towards his nephew's house.
So I was talking to this dame, yeah, and she told me, oh yeah, several things. It was amazing. Yes, I was so randy afterwards. I don't know what to say. It was so crazy, so crazy.
Hello, guy. If you want to come out to my van later, we can. No.
Here, kid. Take some candy. Stand erect.
Buy yourself some Christmas candy, okay?
Thank you, sir!
Merry Christmas!
Uncle! Merry Christmas! I'm so glad you decided to change your mind and join the wife and I for a beautiful Christmas goose dinner. You'll also find a guest involved. Continue your story, sir.
Oh, so she says to me, "Ma, your hat looks big." It was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. Like right now.
That is hysterical.
Thanks for having me, nephew.
Right on, chap. Wanna go back to drinking?
And Scrooge headed to Bob Cratchit's house.
Mommy, please pass the bread.
Give him as much as he wants, too. You don't get anything. Because you are not my favorite child. Tiny Tim is. He is the nucleus of our family. You are just rubbish.
Mrs. Cratchit opened the door.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, please come in. Have some delicious bread.
Mr. Cratchit, you've worked long hours for many years without complaint. I'm raising your salary, and I want to help you raise your family.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
Uncle Scrooge.
Don't pay any attention to that sick-looking one down there, though.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Shut up.